is precious. I look at my Cartier out of control. Just like my mind where I'm going. The women, the shorties know nothing but clothes. No stopping at my Pirelli's on. Unlike my jewelry that's always on. I know the storm is coming. My pockets keep telling me it's gonna shower. Call up my homies, it's on and popping the night cause it's meant to be ours. We keep a fadeaway shot cause we ballin' and spittin' up every hour. Look mama, ow, you just like the flowers. Girl, you the truth with all that goody power. You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
From the top of the top, I watch her go. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to me. It's going down. From the top of the top, I watch her go. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to me. It's going down. Hey, shawty must know I'm the man. My money lover like a #1 fan. Don't open my mouth, let her talk to my fans. My Benjamin Franklin's. A couple of grands, I got rubber bands. My paper planes making a dance. Yes, I'm like that's part of my rebuilding castles that's made out of. She's amazing, on fire blazing, hotter than Cajun. Girl, won't you move a little closer? Time to get this maximum wage that belong on a poster. I'm in the days that is waving at me like damn it, I know you. You run the show like a hoster. Tell me whatever and I'll be your gopher. You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
From the top of the top, I watch her go. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to me. It's going down. From the top of the top, I watch her go. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to me. It's going down. Yeah, I'm spending my money. I'm out of control. Somebody help me. She taking my bankroll, but I'm king of the club, and I'm wearing a crown, popping these bottles, watching they go. You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss, it was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having it, and she's taking it. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off. Now
Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And off we go from Las Vegas. And able to take it past the 25 and into the 28-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Under center will be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys he catches passes with it. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they'll be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Max Crosby showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after him early. And I think this is a round we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
He'll try and do this himself. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on fourth down to punt this one away. Back deep for the Raiders is Trey Tucker. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A 7-yard pickup.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing now is Geno. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. That's pulled in at the 32. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return on 10 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now it's Darnold. That'll be caught by Cup. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the Raiders' 26-yard line.
Back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain.
It's a turnover on downs.
The drive will begin with a run by Geno. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. It's 2nd down.
29-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. So nothing doing there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
There we go, sit on it. There we go, sit on it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Smith. That's to the left side, pulled in by Bench. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
There we go, sit on. Sit on. 390%.
Smith throwing again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, your first drive of the 1st quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And out now come the Seahawks. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. put a drive together. After the interception, here's Darnold. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Play action. It's Darnold. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. That is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Rifles one incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he couldn't get it to check out. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders heading out to take over. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone. It looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Here we go, hey.
Play action. It's Smith. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Derek Hall with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taken from just outside the 30. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. From the 50, it's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains.
29 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
To throw is Darnold. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown,
Cooper
Seattle.
Kupp from 21 yards away. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in Vegas. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Jason Myers kicking off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Oh, soul searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you give it another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
We go set. Hey, set.
Now Darnold. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
That's good.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Jet sweep. Here's Smith and Jigba. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down, and a nice little game. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Jet sweep. Here's Smith and Jigba. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way.
A loss of 2 brings up 3rd down and 6.
Back to throw, Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
14 yards.
He has already cracked the century mark in receiving in this opening quarter.
First and goal, Seattle.
Go set.
Now Darnold keeps it. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Raiders nothing.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. Geno now to throw. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Derek Hall. What a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Lockett the man in motion. Throwing is Smith. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And his drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Pass complete right side to Bowers. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
Gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And bulldozing his way through. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Darnold. They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too big there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Open man is Barner, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line.
And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To the air again, Darnold. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Raiders offense ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
After the interception, here's Smith. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line.
He's out of bounds at the 13.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 4.
Hey, here we go.
Smith. Now he's going to step up and run. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
A 7-yard gain.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Genty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Now Smith. Open man is Tucker.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. DeMarcus Lawrence. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this 1st quarter of play. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very 1st play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll toss this out right to Walker. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really seen some good pressure defensively already here in the 1st quarter. Here's another good example.
2nd and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away.
Fair catch,
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
To throw is Smith. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. This is caught by Tucker. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Looking to put a drive together.
We go set. Set.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And complete to Smith and Jigba. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Seahawks, 1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down, Seahawks.
We go set. Set.
Play action. It's Darnold. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Max Crosby. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this 1st quarter of play. On 3rd down, here's Walker. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken around the 12. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Genty. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping it air. But this time,
multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Take it at the 37. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Looking to put a drive together. Geno going to hand it to Ginty. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Notice Jones there for the tackle. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
To throw is Darnold. Outright to Smith and Jigba. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's Darnold. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks. Touchdown. Seattle. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
21-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Fielded at the 33. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Here's Darnold. And he slings one that's incomplete.
When they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, It's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Good, sit up. We're good.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
It's complete to Lockett. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Smith. Quick hitch. Complete. It's Thornton. Now he's loose at the 40. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A give out of the gun to Genty. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyler Lockett, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Darnold. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers. The receiver can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Back to throw, Darnold. He completes this to Walker. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Again, Darnold. Open man is Barner to tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Max Crosby able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
And down he goes again. A bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A gain of 9 brings up third down.
The Seahawks on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is third down and 12. Darnold. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Myers on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job of moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing on second and long. Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 37-yard
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, the quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on third down, usually you'd think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Geno now to throw. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
For the Raiders.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And it's taken in at the 9. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba getting ready to go back to work. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up. But they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one that goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Here we go, set it.
Now Darnold. He'll try and do this himself. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That's Crosby. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's Smith. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 16.
Throwing now is Geno. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
1st and 10 at the 39.
They run straight ahead with Genty. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Genty. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 30. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
3rd and 1.
Play action. It's Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, when we do games together, we don't see a ton of these, but always impressive when someone can get through that quickly, Charles, and get a hand on a field goal attempt.
And the key to success for them on that play, they get off on the snap. They timed it like they knew exactly when it was coming, and that set him up to deliver the block kick.
Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
This defense has passed his first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
He'll try and do this himself. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown, and a field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Here's Smith. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And out now come the Seahawks. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. His throw incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Faking the give, Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's third down and 10 yards to go.
Play action. It's Darnold. Under pressure, and down he goes. Max Crosby in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Raiders. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll get this out to Genty. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's now third
Down several scores and
and
playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end Bowers. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth.
brings up fourth down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. He'll field this at the 5. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawks football as they take over deep in their own territory. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Up the middle, here's Walker. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They run again with Walker, and this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Now Geno. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking for Lockett, and he's got him working his way free across the middle. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
At the 35-yard line.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, and a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now Smith. In trouble, and he's taken down. Leonard Williams able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On fourth down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Devin Wright, the linebacker. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So first thing across my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Raiders offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now.
Here we go.
After the interception, here's Smith. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Smith. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Smith. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed. But Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Geno Smith getting ready to go again here on offense. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring it down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
17 at the 18-yard line.
gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Smith. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. That's taken at around the 40. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. Back to throw, Darnold. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, when they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has been a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Off of play action, Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So out come the Raiders. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Raheem Mostert, 43 yards. And the Raiders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the 36-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to add on to that lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
And I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbelievable joy after that one.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, a run with Mostert. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Seahawks football, 1st and 10. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up to other people that have big games as well.
2nd down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Darnold. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
To throw is Darnold. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And the Raiders have got him. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
Hard throw, incomplete.
First down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Short throw caught by Bowers. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. Second and a yard.
At the 29-yard line.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now O'Connell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the right sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Tucker, 73 yards. And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me that's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Las Vegas.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they watch this lead shrink a little.
Second and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Darnold. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. To throw here, O'Connell. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Unlock Lion. Let's go now.
Throwing, O'Connell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Here we go, sack.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A great play by Derek Hall to drop him behind the line of scrimmage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's O'Connell. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around 30. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And pressure coming, and they got it once again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
A 55-yard attempt.
And that is no good. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
They hand it off to Mostert. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. We'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 7 from the 20.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Seahawks 20-yard line.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 13-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. O'Connell's going to sneak it. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How about that there? No frills. close. No additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They run with Mostert off the option. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
That's to his running back, complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go for it. O'Connell. He'll try to do it himself. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Aiden O'Connell. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Oh, this is blocked. And the Seahawks have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. Before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Finding room in midfield. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. Now Darnold. This goes to the tight end, Eric Sauber. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. 25 yards there on the catch and run. With that pass, CD's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Eric Sauber, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks add 6 to their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside. They give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards. And boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
To pick up a 3. Brings up
Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
28-yard line.
Here's O'Connell. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. Fielded at the 20. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around. I think for him, the windows to throw into are wide open. Doesn't matter whether they're tight or not. He feels like it's wide open, puts it in there. 4 touchdown passes. He thinks he's going to throw a whole lot more before this one's over.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Seahawks.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jeremy Chin there defensively. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
At the 41-yard line.
Again, it's Walker. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
He's brought down at the
Sometimes your process get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He completes this to Walker. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
the Seahawks.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35, but didn't make it. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Raiders heading out to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Back to throw, O'Connell. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. They'll go down. It's a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Here's Mostert. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. And they get him down, but not time before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Throw out wide to Walker. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball, has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He finds Smith and Jigba. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. 11 yards for number 11.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw, Darnold. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Raiders' 41-yard line.
We got set. Set.
Darnold now to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
Complete to Kenneth Walker.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Straight ahead, Walker. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. This one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Off the play fake, here's O'Connell. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawks defense. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
And O'Connell now to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Derek Hall in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Play action. It's Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line.
It certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired, while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Faking the give, Darnold. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
For the Seahawks.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
O'Connell working from the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Here we go, set.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
This is Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
To throw is Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. We'll pause for an injury. That's the quarterback, Sam Darnold, in need of some assistance following that last play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Second and 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
First throw now for the backup lock. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They fake the handoff, now lock. Pass taken in. The ball comes out, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, didn't seem like anybody had eyes on the quarterback, and he took advantage.
So you think that maybe we're seeing some pretty good instincts for a young guy? Because that's the thing you worry about. Coming out of college, you're used to getting away with just about anything you want to do. You're just superior. Here, he has to read it, figure it out, and know when it's time to go.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
27. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
1-yard gain.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw here, O'Connell. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us. You guys are garbage.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
19, Tiger.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Darnold. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 4 yards to go.
Now Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raiders offense ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you say, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on for the game that actually work. Overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing on 2nd and long. O'Connell under pressure, and they get him to the game. This is a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Taken in at the 11. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
Here goes, set. Set.
Here's Darnold. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. Would you call that second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's Darnold. He completes this to Walker. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
To throw again on second down. Darnold. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And Darnold, he lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Come on, set. Cowboy.
Here's O'Connell. Throw left side complete. That's Tucker. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Mostert. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that play on any down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
24 yards.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Throwing, O'Connell. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Devin Witherspoon on the coverage.
Now it's O'Connell. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw, O'Connell. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Aiden O'Connell, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders get a bit closer.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
Raiders 34.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field, fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack.
A loss of 9
They'll wind
yards.
up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
And 15.
Fix the Eagles! Fix the Eagles!
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Dixon to punt for the Seahawks.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Their defense was able to force the punt a moment ago, but that's really the first of about 8 steps that need to go right for them to get back in this as they start here 1st and 10. Now O'Connell looking for Lockett, and he's got him working his way free across the middle. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard.
Brings up second and 1 at the 29-yard line.
And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Delay of game.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards. Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. And O'Connell now to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up third down.
Looking to throw. O'Connell. Pass right side caught by Thornton. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah,
Can't get away, and he's taken down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the 31-yard line.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, O'Connell. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. Third down and 13.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Back to throw. O'Connell. Over the middle, hooks up with the tight end, Bowers. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
Once again, O'Connell back to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. On the Seahawks.
Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Operating from the gun, O'Connell. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The decision made for him. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. O'Connell. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
So it's a win for the Seahawks here, and it was Sam Darnold, CD, who really led the charge.
Yeah, he really carved up this defense. They were left looking at each other a number of times and just shrugging their shoulders. He had 4 touchdown passes and even had another on the ground for good measure. Really just played a whale of a ball game.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.